Well, hi everybody. How are you? Sorry I was late there. Aldo was knocking at the door, wanted to be let in. Happy evening. It is Monday. I'm finally getting myself back into some sort of schedule. And then everything will change again, of course. So, saying hi to everybody first, though. Angel's there. Hey, Crunchberry's Playhouse. Julia is here. Larry's here. Tamara's here. And Tamara sent her. Yeah, I got her. Everybody's in there that I sent. And I'm just gonna check real quick. Like, I didn't check in the last half hour if anybody else sent anything. I got Tamara's, I got Julia's, I got Larry's, and I got Lupe's. And that's what I got. Yep. Okay, cool. So, I hope everybody's having a good day. It is sunny and beautiful here and warm, but the smoke rolled in from the forest fires and made it kind of hazy and aggravating, but so that's why I've got my water all over the place. Feeling much better. Everybody's feeling better. Yep. I have my travel sketchbook to just kind of show what I was working on. Oh gosh, it's pretty raw, but that's okay. They changed that brake cable, not me. We decided to see the pictures. Yeah, I think you guys are going to like them. I split them up. I'll tell you about it. Hang on. I'm going to just say hi to everybody first. Julia and Tamara. Yay. So glad you guys are here. And Larry. Yes, Tamara, you are an amazing artist. You really are. Gail is here. Gail, I'm heading down your way pretty soon. Yeah. Going to be in Phoenix. I'll tell you guys all about that. So after I check in with everybody, Linda's here. Yay, there's Lupe. Hey. Hi. Maria's great. Everybody's checking in. I've emailed both Maria and Linda. I hope there was something worth reading there. Hello. Got it in the process of responding. Okay. Just messing with you. Larry's always messing with us. You got to keep us on our toes. Somebody needs to keep us on our toes. Yep. When in October, I'll tell you all about. So, is Helen here? I didn't see her. Is she here? So, today I did 2 premieres because I realized I'm leaving this Thursday. And our first drive, part of the drive, is to Eugene to the grandkids. And for the grandkids in Eugene. And I know that about the time we arrive will be about the time that I would be doing the live. And I have a feeling that the 3, McLean and Rook and Rory, are going to kind of occupy my time, just possibly. So I did a premiere for Thursday, and then we'll arrive in Phoenix on Sunday. And that is, I haven't seen Layla and Lachlan in months, and Layla sent me a Marco Polo today. She's so excited. So I did a premiere for Sunday for the day we arrived there. I'm planning on going live most of the time when I'm down there, but occasionally I might have to record a premiere and put it out there. But I'm going to be in Phoenix starting the 2nd for at least 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I know for 2 weeks for Layla's school, and then maybe another week because I think Annalena or Philip has to do some traveling, and so they need some help. So we're going to stick around down there, but there's a break in there. So Gail, I'll keep you posted, because I know that in that break one time, Bob and I are planning on hoping to head down to Tucson and connect with you, which would be fun. What? I didn't sign off for them. You didn't sign off on me going to Phoenix to the grandkids for 3 weeks, Larry? Sorry about that. Yeah. So anyway, so my plan is to do as many lives as possible, and it shouldn't be difficult. And I know I can do them from the hotel, or do the story and the readings and all that kind of stuff. Just the pre-opening might be a little bit shorter than I sometimes do, just because. And then Layla will be with me too. She always enjoys sharing and doing stories with me that we have down there. So that will be the plan. Yeah. So we're getting everything ready. It's kind of, I kind of barely feel like I've gotten myself back together here, and then we're turning around and heading out. But that's okay. That's what you do. And I was born under a wandering. Oh, that is from one of my favorite songs. I was born under a wandering star. That who sings that one in that one movie? I can't remember. I always remember that. It was good. Let's see. Woohoo! I'm going AWOL. And then I'll be back. Looking forward to seeing Layla. Yes, Layla will. It will be good to see. She's going to be 10 at the end of October. Whoa, such a big girl now. 4th grader, cruising. Yeah. Paint Your Wagon. That's right. Paint Your Wagon. Thank you. One of my favorites. Lee Marvin and Paint Your Wagon. Yes. So good. I started to think Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, but nope, that's not. That's Howard Keel. That's a completely different musical. That's my favorite musical. And from way back when. Anyway. Tin Roof Hot. Okay, so let's get rolling on some of your artwork so that then I can read, because the story I have to read tonight is silly, is just fun and silly, and it should be good laughter. But first off, you get to laugh at these things first. So first off, we'll start with my travel sketchbook. So this is the book. I found this book, Illustration School, Let's Draw Cute Animals. I found it at the Picture Book Museum. Let's get another light over here. Oh, that's too much light. Maybe over here. There we go. And it has all kinds of different things to do, how to enjoy the book, things you can actually draw in the book. And it has different ideas and different things. It had some prologue drawings and all kinds of fun things. So I was playing around. In the book, you could draw in the book or you can draw next to it. So I had started out. Is it focused? Come on, focus. Choo-choo. On the 7th, on the plane sitting in Dubai, waiting for takeoff to Johannesburg. This was early on. This was before I got that book. So I'm in the plane, I'm waiting in Dubai, getting ready to go to Johannesburg. And then takeoff delay, so I sketched a giraffe. I was beginning. Left Johannesburg at 7 a.m. and headed to Botswana. Needed to be at the border by 1:30 p.m. Oh, that's right. We stayed overnight and we had to leave Johannesburg really early and be at the border by a certain time. And I was trying to sketch in the car, but seriously, the roads that we were driving in, they are some of the worst potholes and everything, because the highway that the trucks that don't want to have to go through a way station or the tolls tend to take the back roads that we were taking to get to where we were going, and the roads are beat up bad. Then I had my silly little bunnies that I was doing. I did that back on a page. That came back to this book, I think. And then I did a giraffe because I have had some giraffe that were eating from a high up thing. And so this was the night I got to New York, I think. Yeah, I might have been on the plane. And then I started just drawing like crazy. You can see them, all the little things playing, different funny little animals, basically copying out of the book. Different kinds of monkeys, different kind of cats, the heads of dogs and deer, which I find really difficult. I find the heads of deer and antelope very difficult. And then I had different expressions to draw and different ways to do kind of things. And this was supposed to be a Japanese raccoon, and I got the body way too long. Did it again, it was better. Regular raccoon, orangutans, Japanese monkeys, which don't look like the monkeys that Art's taken pictures of. Then a horse, some donkeys, an elk and a deer or two. I started doing those today. And I just did a wolf. So that's been my whole kind of sketch thing I've been doing. That when I was on the plane and on one part of the plane, my battery went dead on my computer and I didn't have the right wire. It was the plug-in wouldn't work. The plug on my chair didn't power it, so I gave up on that and sketched instead. Thank you. Oh, Angel, you know what? Seriously, it's a lot of fun to sit and just, like these little travel sketchbooks. You could get these guys off of Amazon. You can buy them. They're like craft books, they're called. And or I get these from I got these from the Sketchbook Project. That's right. But you can also buy these. We did these for backpacks for kids, and Two Waters bought a whole bunch of them to hand out to kids during COVID so that they'd have sketchbooks, and you can get them really, really cheap. And they're just, the paper's isn't real thick, but they're nice, and it's fun, and you don't feel bad when the sketchbook only costs like 50 cents or $1, So yeah, it's just kind of fun to do. Thank you. It's this little book has been it's the goofy things, because I was doing all those goofy things with a different kind of art, the wacky birds. And now I'm kind of into I'm going to start, let's see, where am I? I've just done these guys and started here. And next I'm on the wolf. And then I'm going to do foxes and some more, and then kangaroos. And then we'll get to lions. I did the lion in my big sketchbook, and it was fun. So I got a ways to go. Could take me a while. I might actually have something, feel a little more skilled in it once I get down. So next, in alphabetical order, of course the librarian has to do that, is Julia. So these were Julia's two pieces that she sent in. And Julia, I trimmed them down so that I could get more of the image on, and I cropped it so that the rest of it was out. And then from the Instagram part, I cropped that out. So Julia will have to tell you a little bit. Yeah, winky donkey. This one, is this a pour that you then did a painting on top of it. It's really cool. Ooh, hey, I thought I locked that overlay. I didn't. Come on. Wah-uh. Gretchen, lock your overlays. Lock. They ought to come pre-locked. A friend dropped off a set of pencils still sitting unopened. Sketchbooks are, sketchbooks are just fun. I have dozens of them too, and they're all have different kind of things in them. This travel little one was a good one. It could sit in my pocket. I have an accordion one, and I had a little square one too that I took, but I never got those. I never opened them. This was the only thing I did. So, Julia, tell us a little bit on these. And I've been sketching flowers like crazy. Open those pencils, girlfriend. Yay, yes. Listen to Lupe. Yeah. I spent an hour talking to my mom, an accomplished artist, into working on a painting she's been procrastinating for 6 years. Been like pulling teeth. It's really interesting, Larry, that you said that. Because let me do a camera overlay real quick so that I can go here and make it round and little. And I can feel like I'm talking to you guys and not feel so odd. It's to get my sister's the same way, that they Patty was really surprised at the art walk that people bought her things, the mandalas and rocks that she painted. She was like really surprised, just the lack of confidence that she had in herself, and she's so good. Okay, back to these, Julia. These are cool. I love, the one on the right, the angle piece, it looks like a Dutch pour over a painting that was like just an acrylic of like a horizon and sky. Is very cool. It's almost like a explosion coming out of the earth or out of the sea. I like that. And then the other one, did you use a stencil or paint on the turtles and things and everything over the top on the pour? I love that. See, you guys can think up these ideas. I can't. Putting this stuff together is hard for me. But I can do it in a photograph, but not just randomly. This is just cool. Very nice, Julia. I saw the turtle one on Facebook and loved it. Yeah, she had it. Yeah. I did a pour I didn't like and a stencil on it. Okay. I really like the way it turned out, because it looks like it has that look of the sun coming through the water where the yellow is, and the turtles are swimming up to it, to the light. The other one is a blowout on a dry painted canvas. Very cool. Yay. Of a water spout. Yeah, that's it. A water spout, exactly. The colors, those are some favorite colors of mine. Really. Turtles are heading into the light. I do too. That's really one of my favorite parts of that. Good job, Julia. Now, this one is Mr. Larry. And this is one I watched a little bit of on that live you did, but I think it was right before I left and it was not completed. And then you didn't like it, so you redid it, and I didn't get to see the redo. So this is that rusty antique trailer vent lid. He painted everything except the rust on the truck. That's the actual rust that's still there to make the truck a real rusty truck. That is brilliant. That is just flat out brilliant, Larry. To have that be there and to let the rust of the old rusty vent lid, I mean, to come through and be part of the actual image. I love that. I have a thing about rusty trucks. I like them. I like photographing rusty things. Yeah. There's the logging museum off of Highway 26 between Seaside and heading back down in Oregon, and I photographed there with Art Wolf, and we did abstracts there. It was amazing, the rusty material, and oh gosh. And then I did an old train car and photographed there. I was just love it. But painting on that rusty surface is brilliant. I love this. Remember that book I read, The Old Woman Who Named Things, and she had the car that had the face practically on it? That's what this reminds me of. You could do a whole series of these, like that truck almost looks like he's looking at the corner of his eye and has something to say to all those people that are driving by. Have a whole line of them all have a conversation like in a cartoon. Yeah. He painted it with acrylics? Oh my gosh. That's really awesome. Thank you, Larry. I'm glad you shared it. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. Next we have Lupe. So Lupe this is just cool. This is a photograph of a piece of thread. You know how hard it is to focus on a piece of thread and get everything else to kind of drift away out of the photo but be held in such a way. It's such a cool abstract piece. It really is. Yeah. Lupe, you might an idea on this just for a little bit, because you know the Western eye reads left to right. You might try flipping the image and then maybe crop a little bit off the bottom and a little bit off the top and see what happens on the impact for it, for making it lead you in and be a leading line. Just a thought, because I really like it as an abstract piece. It's really cool. Really cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, it is. Yeah, isn't it fun to find stuff like this in the camera? And then what you can find within things, like that's why I said about the crop, is because if you look at it, what's the main story of it is that central piece with the dark blue and the thread. And so the part at the top, you could take a little bit, because it really doesn't add to the story, and the little bit on the bottom doesn't really add to the story. But if you took that away, it would impact it, make it impact even more. And then if you flipped it, it just might. I don't know. I can't flip. I can't flip it. Nope. I'm just going to try to flip it to see what it happens, but yeah. Well, if I do, let me show you. Make it bigger. So, whoa, oh, oh. So see there how I cropped it? I expanded it, made it so you saw that crop. See what it does? It brings in your eye right to that thread and that little almost piece that seems to be holding it. I love it. So cool. Good job, Lupe. I'm glad you're finding stuff with your camera and taking some time and doing that. That's really awesome. Okay, folks, so now we have Tamara's. Now, Tamara has 6 pieces of this. So what I did was, here, let me get a picture, itty bitty camera overlay so you can hear me or I can talk to you guys and not feel silly. Go and make it round. Why is it, I always want it to default to much, okay. Okay, tiny little me down here. All right, so what I did was I split her 6 pieces up into 2 sets of 3. And I numbered them, 1, 2, 3, and the other ones are 4, 5, 6. She told me which one she thought was kind of her favorite, but she wants everybody's input too. So what I'm gonna do, gonna get rid of me here, is I'm gonna blank them out, and then if I can, where's my overlays? Figure out where there they are, up here. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll blank it out so you can look at like just one at a time and kind of see what you think of that one. So we'll get rid of that one and this one. There's one. And then we'll blank that one out and bring 2 in. And then we'll blank that one out and bring 3 in. So I gave you a little bit of time to look at them individually. And here's the 3 of them again. So in the comments, put which one you like the best. Oh, good. You guys are on it ahead. 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. You guys are not making decisive. It's easy. With all 3. Okay. And what changes on them mainly are the headdresses, she told me. Okay, so Tamara, you see what people are saying. 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1's getting the most votes. So if I hide these 2, 1 is the favorite one so far of everybody on that one. Okay. So now we'll go to the next one. And here are 4, 5, and 6. You see them in a hole. And then we will cross out these 2. And then there's this one. And this one. And Tamara, I went by the numbers that it showed up when I imported them. You had labeled them Geisha 1, Geisha 2, Geisha 3. So here we go. Hanging bulbs. Okay. 5, 5, 6. 1 and 5 are my choices. 2 is the best composition in my opinion. Okay. So I couldn't put them all on one. Wouldn't be hard. It would be too hard to see them. So there you have it, Tamara, on what people think. So we go back to this set. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 6. She's just so delicate and beautiful. Yes, she is really, really beautiful. Let's see, let me pull up the brightness settings on this. Oh, no, I'm not there. I am. Oh, it's not that. So that there, and then that. You see the difference in the way the hair pieces fall on each one. On 6, it sticks up a little more and comes down closer to her face. Stop. This one has a piece come down to over her forehead in 5, or toward her forehead, and this has that touches her face. 4 has this one that stays back amongst the hairpins and jets down. Then they are all wonderful. And here's the thing, Tamara, you could sell all of them as artist proof. You could decide which one you want to be the final, and you could sell the rest as artist proofs. And nobody would complain. Ah. So cool. So cool. It's hard to choose because they're so beautiful. Yeah. I'm not concerned with the hue. I'm only looking at the position of the embellishments. Oh, good. Thank you, Larry. That's a good idea. Because, yeah, exactly, you guys. The hue could have possibly changed with her camera. Tamara was having problems with her camera on focusing and whatnot. So her white balance may have changed a bit. And if she took them at different times of day, you're going to get a different color reflection. And if you're in different light, it's going to change no matter what you do with your, unless you re-white balance every time. And that's not always easy. Yeah, 5 was taken in the early morning light. Yes, you can see the difference in the light. I like crunch berries. Yay! Never mind. I like them all, and I'm just not going to choose between them. I would just stand, stare, and marvel when in the gallery. Exactly. So, Tamara, we were absolutely no help to you whatsoever. And that's... Yep, no help. Everybody just had, let's see, so many different ideas. But I did like Larry's comment about not concerned with the hue, just looking at the position, hairpiece on, because they're so beautiful. Yeah, camera focusing is, you can check to see if you're on one spot focus, make sure it's not looking for eye focus. And your evaluative metering, because you're going to need to kind of do that for that type of area. But check see if your lens got switched over to manual focus, because if you have a lens that does manual focus and it's on manual focus and your camera is an autofocus, then the manual focus on the lens is going to override, and then then it's no fun. Yep. Hey, Julie. Nice to have you here. Glad you could join us. Yay, Julie E. 2 has the most authentic looking attributes. Okay, so Larry says 2 has the most authentic looking attributes. Let's try that. I see that. I like the delicate way that the hairpiece falls down next to her and doesn't overtake or add to or stick up. And the way the 2 pieces are balanced on either side of her head, they're just so exquisite, just amazing. Okie doke. So, to go from that to the kind of art that we have to show you tonight for the story. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So, the art in tonight's book fits much more along the realm of my silly sketchbook stuff than it does along the realm of Tamara's and Larry's and Julia's beautiful, serene, wonderful artwork there. It's like, and Lupe's and delicate photograph. It's more along the goofball aspect because the author of tonight's book is Mo Willems. Oops, where did that go? Hang on. Why is my screen share not doing that? Nope. I want to go to, hang on. That's not there. What happened? Let's try this one. There we go. And I don't know why all this other stuff is there, but it is tonight. So all your comments and everything, they're usually hiding, but for some reason my source video file I don't know what's going on. Output. Options. Oh well. Anyway, Mo Willems, I'll put bunch of this stuff out of the way here. Let me get this out of the way so you guys can see and not worry about that. So he is the author of the Elephant and Piggy books. He's the author of the Pigeon books, he's got a brand new Pigeon book out, and I got it. And I got an autographed copy of it. He also has this new book called Opposites Abstract. And he had a real interesting, if you go to his website, which is pigeonpresents.com. Yeah, you would see about him. But Mo Willems has done a whole bunch of books. Did you mow, as he says? Did you mow? Did you mow that? Mo is an inaugural education artist in residence at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. Did you mow that many of Mo's books have been made into animated films? Did you mow that there are 3 musicals based on Mo's books? Knuffle Bunny, a cautionary musical. I read Knuffle Bunny to you. Elephant and Piggy's We Are in a Play. And Naked Mole Rat Gets Dressed, the rock experience. Did you mow that from January 19th to May 12th? The Pigeon Comes to Tampa is in there. And he started his career as a writer and animator for Sesame Street, where he earned 6 Emmy Awards. His books are amazing. The Unlimited Squirrels Mo books. Let's see. He has all these squirrel books there. He has Sam, the most scaredy cat kid in the whole world. Leonardo, the Terrible Monster, which were great. Nanette's Baguettes. All these wonderful ones. naked mole rat gets dressed, time to pee, time to say please, all these kind of things. And then there's the pigeon books. Now, if you've ever been around any kids, you've seen don't let the pigeon drive the bus. That was one of the very first ones. And it took off like crazy. And then the pigeon finds a hot dog. Don't let the pigeon stay up late. The pigeon wants a puppy. The pigeon does all kinds of things. And then there's Knuffle Bunny, Elephant and Piggy. His artwork, as he says, is, he's always thought of his artwork as somewhat abstract. And therefore, it was one of those things that it just made sense for him to do this book called Opposites Abstract, because he did a huge art project based on what was it? It was on abstract art on a symphony, and it's huge pieces, and he did the abstract paintings according to what he got, the idea he got from the symphony. It's a Beethoven symphony. So as the symphony is played, you can follow along with these abstracts. I'm really excited to see it at sometime. It would be, I hope it travels around. And I'm going to take a look sometime further on his, I'm hoping to grab the book too. It sounds, me and abstracts I love. But for now though, we have The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster, which is brand new. Let's see. Yay, there it is. The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster. So his drawings are always, they're the abstractness, the circles, the very graphic type of things, but they're just too funny. And let's see, what time of day you took them, learning tool about lighting. Yes, Lupe, probably a bunch of us photographers were discussing this the other day, and one of the things that the people oftentimes, when they first decide to go into photography, the first thing that you should actually really study is not your camera or composition or anything. The first thing you should really study is light, because light makes all the difference in the world. And understanding light and the angles and how the shadows go, and as well as the temperature of light and what kind of color it casts, makes a ton of difference. So I can see a hair on the lens. Yeah. Oh man. And with new mirrorless cameras, I tell you, sensor dust is just a pain. And when you're out in the middle of the bush, oh God, I had so many dust spots to clean up. Anyway, my favorite, simple headdress frames her face without taking away from it. Just my thoughts. Okay. Ta-da. Karen. Yay. Julie, I haven't seen Julie's pour today. I'll have to check. Julie, I was telling everybody I'm heading to Phoenix on Thursday. We'll be driving down. I'll be there by Sunday. I'm going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks. So hang on just a sec. There. Sorry. The wind shifted and the smoke has kind of come in down here and it's getting to me. But I'm going to read before I lose my voice completely. And Skippy Johnny is her favorite. So here we go. This is by Mo Willems, and it is called The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster. I'm getting emotional. And it says here, joy, today's the day. Let's see, for Megan, for coming along on the ride. And I got it motographed at the Eric Carle Museum for you. Mo Williams had signed him. This book just came out last week. Published above a landmark building just north of the farmer's market. Free day-old cookies every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. First edition half bath. All the number keys still work on this thing. Look, 10, 15, 47 hut. This book is set in the 1800s or about 200 years later, printed in ink, legally binding. Even in the legalese, he does goofy stuff. Second edition, roof duck, feathers crossed for a fire pit. Names, pigeon, the species Columba livia. Title, the pigeon will ride the roller coaster. Summary, see title. It's all in the title. Subjects, see title. Come on, it's right there. Yeah, that's what's in his legal stuff. Union Square Kids. Roller coasters. I have been a quiver with anticipation ever since I first heard about them. 10 minutes ago. Riding will not be easy. I will need a ticket, but I will have a ticket. There will be a line. But I will demonstrate exemplary patience. The question is not, will I be ready for the roller coaster, but will it be ready for me? Look at that pigeon. I can see it in all of its roller coastery glory. Whee! Wagga wagga zoom. Whoa, wowie, so fast. Oh, yeah. Last time I rode a roller coaster, it felt like that. It will be so awesome. Sure, when it's over, I'm going to feel lots of things. I will be excited because it was thrilling. I will be sad because it's over. Will I be ready to do it again? You bet. I will feel proud because I did it. I will feel dizzy because it is a roller coaster. Phew. I amaze myself. What am I waiting for? The time is now. This pigeon will ride the roller coaster. A line, just as I suspected. Wait. 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 Waity, wait. My turn! This bird's reading Elephant and Piggy while waiting in line. Ticket? Ticket! Here I go! What? Creek. Putt. Putty. Putt. 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 Putty. Putt. 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 Ugh. You have to be kidding me. Again? You bet. Not quite the roller coaster he was expecting. Let's see. This book is hand-lettered by Mo Willems with additional text set in Unique Sans. Elephant and Piggy is a trademark of the Mo Willems studio. All kinds of stuff about that juvenile fiction. But there's the pigeon. That's what always happens with the pigeon. He always gets built up to big, high things, and then it's kind of like, what? You have got to be kidding me. Yes. When I was in Botswana and we were going along in our trucks, and it was like, right, and I said it was like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Nobody got the reference. Well, at least none of the guys who live in Botswana got the reference. They didn't really understand what I was talking about. And I tried to explain to them at Disneyland, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and all that kind of stuff. I got some funny looks. Anyway, that is The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster. If you ever are looking for a book for a little kid, besides Skippy John Jones, the Pigeon books are always a big hit, and so is Elephant and Piggy. Elephant and Piggy is kind of like a beginning reader, and everybody can read, but the Pigeon, I tell you, Lachlan will read Pigeon books again and again and again, and it will make any 4-year-old laugh themselves silly. I don't know why. Maybe it's the eyeballs, and what's fun too is it's a something that they can always draw. So, like if you do things with kids and they're looking, they want to try to draw it, they can always draw the pigeon because it works for them. It's just one of those things that works well. And I'm going to see if I can go back to, just a second. Go to, there we go. Yay. All right. And go back to, where was it? It was just there. Okay, this is that opposites abstract, and he's got, let me know if you can hear the sound in this. It should be able to play over this. And go.
Hello, my name is Mo Willems, and I am the creator of a new book entitled Opposites Abstract. I've always said that my characters, like Elephant and Piggy and the Pigeon, are one step away from abstraction. And that is because I have always loved abstraction. I think I started seriously thinking about making abstractions in about 2013 when I was living in Paris. I'm really interested in the juxtaposition of color and line, and especially size. In about 2019, I started a very big project, which was to make giant abstractions of Beethoven's 9 symphonies. And these were made so that audiences could look at and think about them while they listened to the actual symphonies being performed by the National Symphony Orchestra. I spent about a year on this project, and
Hang on,
it
just a
really
sec.
opened my eyes
There we
to
go.
all kinds of new things. I never painted like that before. I never painted on a scale like that before. And I never really thought about how abstracts can mean everything and nothing at the same time, much like music. So when that project was done, I really wanted to keep painting because it fed me. And that's where the idea of opposites abstract came from. Making, for me, very large abstractions, 40 inches by 40 inches, that were about something, but also were open enough and abstract enough that you could put in the meaning yourself. What interests me about opposites is that they have to live together in some way. And opposition isn't always a conflict. Sometimes it's just two sides of a coin. I was really interested in expressing these questions of what is an opposite with just color and line and form.
Hang on, let me hold up. Let me see if I can do something to make this sound a little better. Input. There we go. Try that.
The words in the book. Why are the opposites questions and not statements? Well, is a question more interesting than an answer? Yes. I love questions, and I want to invite my audience to participate in the looking and in the doing and perhaps even the making. So if a kid is looking at this and it says, "Is this dark?" and they say, "No, it isn't," and they go out and they make their own abstraction about what dark is, then I have succeeded in a way that's magical. The pacing of the book is very important, and I can't wait for you to figure out for yourself why some abstracts are on the left-hand side, why some are on the right, and why one special pair is split in the middle.
Oh, I love it when they do that in books.
Opposites Abstract has been a great journey for me to think about ideas in different ways. And my goal with Opposites Abstract is for you to go out and find your own opposites and create them yourselves, to ask these questions. Maybe the oldest member of your family and the youngest member of your family can create their own opposites and see how their art styles mix and are different. You know, I was making a lot of these during the height of the pandemic, and there have been so many changes during that time, but at the same time there were some basic fundamental things that stayed the same. And that opposition, that contrast really interested me. And I'm not always an optimist, but I do feel that in difficult times there are silver linings. And that is why every painting has one thing in common. It has a literal silver lining.
Oh,
I hope that you enjoy thinking about them. I hope you enjoy seeing them. And I hope that it
that's
sparks
cool.
some opposites in your life.
That's so cool. That every painting has an actual literal silver lining. Oh, okay. Yeah. So for somebody who does, I mean, the pigeon books and the elephant and piggy books are some of the simplest type of basic line drawing and color blocking that are so, but the kids love them so much. To then turn around and do Opposites Abstract set to Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Ah, brilliance. And then put a silver lining in them. Oh my gosh. It just goes to show that artists rock. You guys, I mean, just bring so much life and joy and depth to us, and we just have to look for it. It's so fun. Oh my goodness. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster. It was just kind of fun. I have a couple other books that I bought, and I have 2 books that I want to read. I'll probably read these tomorrow. One's called Under the Baobab, and one's called The Rumbling Rhino. I bought these in South Africa. They're by a South African artist and author, or by a South African author and a Danish artist. Very different rhythm to the way the story goes and how it's written. It was very interesting to see a different rhythm kind of type of thing, but they're still very cool. So I want to do that, and I'll show you some of my rhino pictures along with that tomorrow night. And I think I have a couple pictures of baobab trees too. They were cool. Baobab trees were cool. Mishatu trees were even cooler. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster and got a little bit mo from the whole story with listening to Opposites Abstract from Mo Williams. Just a little bit mo to the whole story. Yeah, that's his joke. I stole it. You guys, thanks so much for being here and for chipping in on everybody's ideas on the different artwork. It is so cool to see everything that you've done, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful, everybody's work. Tamara, like I said, any one of those could fly, and whichever one you choose is going to be the right one. And then the rest are all going to be artist proofs that we're going to probably arm wrestle for. Yeah. Let's see. Arm wrestle for them. All right, my friends, you guys, thanks so much for being here tonight and for joining me for Story and Art and for being part of the Story Tribe. It means a ton to me. It just is a whole lot of fun to share these books with you and to see your art and to see all that you do and all that we do and share and encourage each other. And it's just super deluxe fun. So everybody, until tomorrow, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. It's in your heart. It's in your mirror. And share it out. Fill some buckets, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another story. Angela and I are arm wrestling for him. Yeah, my muscles, my grandson tends to play with wondering why they're flabby like that. Yeah. You love it. Oh, Julie, I'm so glad you guys were here. You were here. Smooches and hugs. Lachlan does it to me all the time. Like, buddy, I know you're 4, but come on. Yeah, my wings. They're my wings. Dance time! Get my wings flying. My pleasure, Mr. Larry.